Also, I don't. It is funny to me. I enjoyed myself immensely. I had a great time. But there's a cynic deep inside of me, for sure. It's crazy to me that there were some people in Disneyland that were having the time of their lives. But then like 1 in 10 families was on the brink of complete collapse, without a doubt. I don't know. I guess it's stressful. You know what? I was meditating on it when I was doing my dadly duty of waking up at 6 a.m., taking a half-hour bowel movement, hopping in the shower, waking up, getting dressed, going out, buying coffee and juice and breakfast for everybody, walking back to our hotel room. Everybody's still asleep, sitting down in the only chair in the hotel room and silently drinking my cold brew coffee and eating a blueberry muffin before everybody wakes up. One kid, no sweat. 2 kids, listen, I'm not saying it's not harder. No sweat. 3 kids, you know, in like drag races when you're supposed to shift, when you red line and it goes, that's 3 kids. If you have 4+ children, you are built different. You've lost your mind. You're insane. You're crazy. Families with 1 kid, picking their kids up. Hey, princess, have a fun time. Oh, sure, let's do this again. Families with 2 kids. Okay, can you take your sister on the merry-go-round? And me and your mom are just going to get something from Pim's Test Kitchen. 3 kids definitely started to be a little bit like, you look after your sister and you go on like the goofy sky school. Well, we take your little sister onto the carousel. Whenever I saw a family with 4+ kids, I was like, this is a damn nightmare. This is a complete, like, what have you done to yourself? You did, and that's the thing, is like, you did it, bro. It's not like if you had 1 kid and then you had triplets when you went for the second, I would be like, that's a blessing, because that's what you're supposed to say, but also like, surprise, motherfucker. But then when they have like 4 kids that are 2-3 years apart each, I'm like, you did it. You went from 1 to 2 and you said, this is magical. Should we do 3? Sure, why not? Then you're like, oh, I'm so tired. You know what? Screw it. Let's do 4. What are you doing? I'm thinking about saving myself from it and just getting a vasectomy at age 18. Listen, in all honesty, I would not recommend that. I'm not going to tell you to have kids, but like, if you're 18, don't go. My personal opinion is don't go in for like surgery there's other ways that you can, you can use contraception, I guess. I'm not trying to make this like the talk, but you'll be fine. That being said, I might go in for a vasectomy. I'm 34. When my wife was doing like almost all of the work, I was like, dude, it'd be nice to have 2 kids. Once the kid got a little older and I'm doing a lot of the work, I'm like, no shot, dude. I don't know, maybe I'll feel differently someday, but just snip it. I don't know, we'll see. Like, there's no rush. We'll see. I'm definitely not going to let Twitch chat make the decision for me, though. I hate the fact that people are saying only children are creepy. Dude, I'm an only child. I know you're probably like, exactly, but I don't know if you felt the same way, Kate. I saw a lot of like, well, you know what's funny is that I also, like, I really feel like 1 to 2 kids was the sweet spot for happiness at Disneyland. I didn't tell you this, Kate, but when I was waiting for you next to the carousel, when you had done the Cars ride, there was like a boyfriend and girlfriend having what I would describe as the most condescending fight I've ever heard in my entire life. Now, admittedly, they were young. They were in like their early 20s maybe. But the guy was talking to his girlfriend. He's like, stop. Like, okay, I get it, but you're really going to be mad like all day? And I was like, and then she was like, I'm just going to leave. And he was like, bro, don't leave. Then she walked away and he was like, okay, fine. And then he like was just following behind her by like 3 feet. And I was like, this is not good. But felt like there were some couples that were having a great time. There were some couples that were not having a great time. And then there was like families with 1 to 2 kids. It seemed like that it's the most magical place on earth, especially if their kids were like, 2. I'm basically talking about us. And then families with like 5 kids, definitely. And I'm not saying like we would be in a different spot. I'm like, I see why you're stressed out. Like because you don't really get to have a great time at Disneyland as like a mom or a dad of 5 kids. You're managing like the future of your county, like right there, every day, every minute. One kid's always like, I'm thirsty, and another kid's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then another kid is like, I'll never go on this ride, and then another kid is like, all I want to do is go on this ride. If your kid is like super young, they're like throwing tantrums for no reason. You just give them like a little cookie. Like we had one kid, my backpack was bursting. Bibs, cookies, goldfish, so many different wet wipes, water bottles, diapers, like it's ointments and various toys that we could give her. Because 99% of the time this toy works, but sometimes she's like, get out of my face. The iPad, it's crazy. You got 5 kids. I don't know what you do. I don't know what I'm doing either. Wait a minute. We haven't really played too much SAP today so far. This is very true. iPad at Disneyland? Yeah, while mom and dad are eating a Pim meanie at Pim's Test Kitchen, the baby needs something to do.